Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the Can't Lose Show, and I'm your host, Trent.
And it's your boy Josh.
I'm just trying to find something to intro the show. Gotta be different. Josh, we're
Hey,
back.
keep trying, bro. Keep trying.
We're back. It was bye week. We didn't lose. And, you know,
It was a good week for the Niners.
it's a great week.
Oh.
Honestly, though, it was.
Yeah,
We know we said it last week a little bit, but
much needed.
huge trade.
Yeah.
Resting week. Welcome back to our players that were hurt. You know, it's perfect time.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what? Also a perfect time for is midseason awards. We're right dead smack in the middle. I think we should revisit our picks
Hell yeah.
and see if we change something. You know, let's get into it, man.
Yeah, let's see what's changed since the beginning, since week 1.
All right, MVP. Mine's changed. I had Patrick Mahomes.
Mm.
I'm gonna go Lamar Jackson now. My MVP is Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I had A-Rod as my main one, but then my sleeper was Lamar, and that's who I've been going with since week 1 because you know what? Everyone knows what happened to A-Rod. And I'm sticking with Lamar, dude. He's playing his ass off.
Yeah.
People were hating, saying that after he got this contract, it wasn't worth it, whatever. But, dude, playing his ass off, and he's my MVP favorite right now.
It's a good pick. Offensive player of the year?
Offensive player of the year, I started with JJ, and, I mean, there's a lot of guys in the running for it, but I'm going to CMC now, who you had in the very beginning.
I'm going CMC. I put that little star next to him because that was my original. I'm sticking with him. But like we said earlier in our pre-notes, AJ Brown, Tyreek Hill, we got to bring them up. Like, I maybe a little bit biased, but then it's not. Like, CMC's very well deserved of this award. Tyreek Hill's put up some crazy numbers. AJ Brown's right there with him.
Mm-hmm. And
it's hard.
Just saying that right now, we're talking about Tyreek needs to be in there. And obviously AJ Brown too, who's been going crazy. But Tyreek, now that we're saying that name, actually, he was your MVP favorite. You switched it up a few games in, and that was one of your hot takes. Was Tyreek was your new MVP favorite? You're switching to Lamar Jackson and going away?
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'd switch Lamar Jackson and CMC number 2. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly, the thing CMC's doing, just Mr. Consistent, like. You can't put a price tag on that, and that's why Lamar Jackson's a little higher because he has a little more reason to each game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would go Tyreek probably at 3 or 4 now. So
yeah,
it's hard for a receiver to keep up with those.
Yeah, it is
very hard.
Yeah, for sure. I just remembered that right now though. I was like, wait, he changed his mind. He went with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Defense player of the year, I have TJ Watt.
I got TJ Watt too. We both had Bosa, and TJ Watt was one of your. Or you had both of them.
I picked 2.
You couldn't decide.
Yeah.
And I'm switching. Yeah, Bosa. He's been having a quiet year, but he's been doing his thing. And obviously, I mean, when you take up 3 guys every play, it's gonna free up someone, or it should be helping out some of the guys. So
watch Chase Young eat pretty soon because of that.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about Bosa, but watch him eat pretty soon.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I got TJ Watt. He's just been playing out of his mind.
Coach of the year, you got me going on this one, so go ahead, say it.
Oh, you switched over. I'm going with Dan Campbell. I've had him since the start. We've been high on the Lions, and Dan Campbell's the man, dude. And the Lions are looking good on both sides of the ball.
You know what's one thing I love about them, and this is why he became my coach of the year right now, is the culture.
Yeah,
the culture they have, and that's purely from a coach.
Yeah,
you got the right culture, you got success coming in your building, and that's kind of why their seasons turned around and
for sure,
everything for them.
Yeah, and he changed around that franchise
for sure. Offensive rookie of the year, I don't think I missed on mine at all.
No,
I started that shit. CJ Stroud.
Yep, that was a
100%
great pick. I'm switching over. I had Zay, and he's still having a good year.
Yeah,
like, he's doing all right, but CJ Stroud is just playing on another level right now. I mean, what do you have? 4 touchdowns last week?
Game-winning drive with less than a minute to go.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Big
unbelievable. Time. Honestly, like, he's impressed me. He's even up for MVP now.
Still on like 1 pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's awesome. That leads us into the defensive rookie of the year. Mine, he got hurt, I think, week 4. He was leading, honestly, the votes before he got hurt.
I think Jalen Carter's been the favorite.
He's
been the favorite.
I don't know. But I switched.
Yeah.
But you're sticking with Jalen Carter?
I'm sticking with Jalen Carter. But who'd you switch to?
I went to Devin Witherspoon out of Seattle.
That's a really good one. I like that one a lot.
He's very impressive, honestly. Like I love how fast he's been playing. I didn't realize how fast he was, and just in general. But it seems like he gets to the ball so quick, and guys are not outrunning him for sure.
I know, dude. And Tariq Woolen too is fast as shit too. Their fucking secondary is looking really good, and they're young.
Yeah. The last one's comeback player of the year.
Comeback player of the year. Yeah, that's
Who do you
all
have?
I got. I had Calvin Ridley in the beginning. He started off hot, scorching hot, but then slowed down a little bit. And like we talked about this before the show. Lamar Jackson is my comeback player of the year. Is he yours?
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
And we were questioning it because it's like, can he win MVP and comeback? But we both said if he does win MVP and he doesn't win comeback player of the year, they're just trying to spread the love.
Yeah, at this point, you can't be the best player in football and not get the best comeback player, because obviously if you're the best player,
if you're eligible, if you're eligible
exactly.
for it, then you can't be the best player and not be the best comeback player if you're eligible.
Yeah, that was.
So once we saw he was eligible, because we kind of both forgot that he was.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you need to be eligible.
Yeah, because some of them I honestly still don't know how some are eligible.
Yeah, so I don't know about that, but I mean, if you're the MVP, you have to be the comeback player of the year.
Real quick, just to catch you guys up, we'll say our list one time, just straight through. We'll just give it to you as one. I'll start. Midseason awards for me at week 10. I got MVP Lamar Jackson, Offense Player of the Year Christian McCaffrey, Defense Player of the Year TJ Watt, Coach of the Year Dan Campbell, Rookie of the Year CJ Stroud, Defensive Rookie of the Year Devin Witherspoon, Comeback Player of the Year Lamar Jackson. Your list?
I'm with you on all of those. I got them all the same, except my Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jalen Carter. And that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to say it for the clips.
Oh. My bad. All right. My MVP is Lamar Jackson. Offensive Rookie of the Year, CMC. Defensive Rookie of the Year, fucking TJ Watt. Excuse my language. Coach of the Year, Dan Campbell. Offensive Rookie of the Year, CJ Stroud. Okay. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jalen Carter. And Comeback Player of the Year, the Lamar Jackson.
Awesome list.
Big Truz. Whoa.
Guys, that's our midseason of the year awards.
Really made me say it for the clip.
It's just easier to piece it together on the clips, guys.
All right.
But let's get into our top 10. We'll give you the reasons why, and we'll give you the full list without breakups in between after. So bear with us. We're going to start at number 10. Some of them we have the same straight off the bat, but we'll tell you why some are different and why some are the same, Number 10, Seahawks.
Seahawks, yep.
Rounding out that number 10 spot, it was just a little harder.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to leave someone out, and I thought they were the most deserving to grab that 10 spot.
I know. I put them pretty quickly, and then you were deciding between them and the Browns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that made me think a little bit, but I can't remember. Did they play each other head-to-head maybe? But
they did.
Yeah.
The Browns won.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know.
We left the Browns out.
I like the Seahawks, though.
Seahawks
they just beefed up
offense.
their D-line, too, with
Mm-hmm.
Leonard Williams. So, yeah, they could be dangerous.
Number 9, I have the Dolphins.
Yeah. I got Cowboys and then Dolphins.
Okay. I have Cowboys, then Dolphins.
Yeah. So.
What?
No, so I got Dolphins at 8. You have Cowboys at 8.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I hate to put Cowboys any higher on my list, because I just hate the Cowboys. But honestly, their team seems more complete at this moment. The fact that Dolphins haven't beaten a winning team yet this season, I know they've only had 3, but that kind of factored me in putting them at the 9th spot.
Yeah, I remember hearing that actually, and I was like, damn, that's an interesting stat. That's a good point for sure. I just, maybe it's a little biased here. I don't like the Cowboys, and Mike McDaniels is a man.
Yeah. Was that, so we covered 8, 9, 10. Let's go 7.
7, I got the Jags. You?
I got the Jags too.
Yeah, they're looking dangerous. A lot of people had them high on their list.
Yeah, they're coming off a 5-game winning streak. I think they're gonna cool down after their bye. Speaking into existence, So it's gonna be a top 10 matchup this week, and we'll see. It'll solidify some people's list, or it'll make their list completely offside because a lot of them had them like Jags 3-4 and the Niners 6-7.
Yeah.
So that's not our list.
Yeah, even
It will solidify our list after this week for sure.
Yeah.
Number 6, I have Bengals.
I got Bengals too.
Okay.
They're heating up. They were not even in the top 10. Like
Joe Cool.
Yeah, Joe Cool is heating up. Like they say that he heats up every time around this year, so I guess it's not surprising at this point.
No.
Man, is he heating up? Like
their team looks so good.
Yeah.
They're firing on all cylinders
they're
right now.
strong right now.
Number 5, Lions.
Lions. Yeah, the Bengals and Lions I think are both close, but I feel like Lions have just been more consistent.
Yeah,
And
the
culture
entire season.
there. I mean, dude, yeah. Lions are top 5 right now. And
Yep.
like we said last week, I think it was. We're sorry, Lions. You're in the top 5. Hey, we got them in our top 5 this week.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
The next 4, I know we don't have the same exact order. Same teams, different order.
Mhm.
At number 4, I have the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, I got the Ravens at 4.
I put the Chiefs down lower. I just don't trust their offense enough. I know they have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Don't get me wrong on that. Their defense is awesome. But I think what separates them from the next 3 is being that fully complete team. They have the elite quarterback, don't get me wrong. But I think their offense is still questionable.
Dude, they should have went and signed Martavis Bryant out of them. Like thinking about it.
Yeah, why not? What's there to lose?
Good? I mean, yeah, what is there to lose? But I don't know. Maybe their receivers pick it up. They got a lot of young guys in there, so it may take some time, but there's a lot of potential in that receiver room.
You said you had the Ravens, right? At 4?
Yeah, I put the Chiefs at 2 and the Ravens at 4 because their defense, the Chiefs' defense, is looking like. I guess so is the Ravens, but Chiefs
I was gonna bring that up.
like one of the best in the NFL right now, if not the best. And then you just have the Mahomes effect and the Kelce effect, like the championship effect, similar to like the Warriors. Like you can't count them out,
Yeah, thank you for shouting out my Warriors.
I hated doing that too.
You went for it. I didn't even ask you to say the Warriors.
I know, but that was just what I was thinking about.
Number 3, I have the San Francisco 49ers.
Same
Obviously, here. You guys could see it. I know we didn't put them at number 1. Don't hate faithful. Trust us. It's just the process. In a couple weeks, we'll be able to put them back at number 1.
This is the Week 10 midway power rankings.
You don't want to be number 1 at this point. You want to finish at number 1.
Yeah.
That leads me to my number 2. You hit this team earlier. I'm saying it now. Ravens. For the reason that their defense has been freaking elite, literally holding the Lions and the Seattle Seahawks, who we have in our top 10, to 3 points each, I believe, and putting up 30-something each. Like, it was insane. So I have them at number 2. You have the Chiefs, like you said earlier.
Yeah, I think, once this whole list, like, it's all kind of interchangeable, but this top 4 for me is, like,
very,
very interchangeable. Like, it's very tough and, like, yeah, you could put anyone anywhere really right now.
Yeah. And, all right, that leads us with our number 1. Eagles fans, you could clip this, whatever you got to do, spread our video out. We're wearing 49er gear, but our number 1 team in the NFL at Week 10 is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
That freaking hurt to say. Like, my chest is, like, hurting right now.
I'm glad you had to say it.
Oh, my God. I'm going to see that on clips later. I'm just going to be so disgusted. I just threw up in my mouth.
Guys. I just had to write it, and you had to say it, though, out of your mouth.
Oh, my. Okay, but for reason, their offense, there's, like, honestly no stopping A.J. Brown right now, it seems like. That's not even Devontae Smith. He's been kind of quiet. Their defense has been lights out, it seems like. I know the Cowboys and Eagles game was a little bit of a shootout, and I know you'll get into that later, so I don't want to touch it too much. But they still just look like the absolute better team.
Yeah.
And
just the most complete team. Like, they're hitting on all cylinders, and it's like,
Hopefully, it ain't
sometimes,
too early.
yeah, sometimes it's like their weakest link might be their corners, but dude, their corners are Darius Slay and James Bradbury. Like they
That's not
have
weak,
elite
you
corners,
know.
elite
Yeah,
DBs, and I mean, yeah, they're just very complete team, and they have one loss right now on the season.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so hard to clip later. I'm not looking forward to editing this right now.
Have fun with it. I'm going home.
Oh, Eagles, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done talking about the Eagles. You want to look back at our picks from last week?
Yeah, let's get into it. I'm on a well, it's not a streak yet. Two's not a streak. Three's a streak.
Yeah,
I'm just back to back right now. My
yeah.
dog of the week whatever past week, yeah, was TJ Watt, and I texted
Boy,
Trent. He got it early in the game. What, first quarter was
yeah. When if this was a helmet
it?
and it still
Yeah.
gets a sack,
Ripped his helmet off, played through it, got the sack. I mean, he had a sack and a half, 3 QB hits, and oh no, that was fucking Mike Parsons. My bad. He had 2 QB hits, and I mean, he just had a hell of a game.
yeah, he honestly is such a factor. Like, if you guys aren't planning to have three guys on him, your offense coordinator just sucks at this point. Like, that's how many you need.
Yeah, he's an animal, and I could have picked him any week, so I'm gonna stop picking guys that are so obvious like TJ fucking Watt.
My dog, his team put up 37 points. He's the quarterback of it, Lamar Jackson. I'm not stamping the dog stamp on him this week. He did go 21 for 26, which is hella accurate. 187 yards and 10 carries for 60 yards. But as a dog quarterback, I'm looking for 3 tuds, 4 tuds, and just didn't get there. But his team got the job done. So
Yeah, and I mean, he definitely did his thing. Like you
yeah,
said, the efficiency, like insane, and just when we're talking dog, we just need
a little bit more,
yeah, a little bit more. But the efficiency,
but no disrespect.
yeah, he played, yeah, he played great.
Uh,
Like an MVP, comeback player of the year.
yeah, we're bringing up his name a lot this episode.
Dude, he's playing like the man right now.
That leads us into our matchup. Well, my matchup was Trent McDuffie, Tyreek Hill. Did I say Tyreek Hill was going to win this matchup? I sure did. I wouldn't take my word back on that. If they had matched up again this week, I'd still take Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
But Trent McDuffie won this battle. Not only did he force a fumble, but he held Tyreek to 8 receptions for only 62 yards. His lowest game of the year, I'm pretty sure. And that forced fumble it stamps the dub over Trent's name right
Yeah,
there.
especially the timing of it. It was late in the game. Like, it was big time for the Chiefs. And yeah, Trent McDuffie won that battle. And I mean, that was the pick that they got for trading the Chiefs or trading Tyreek. Yeah. So yeah, that was dope.
Full circle right there for sure. How'd your matchup play out?
My matchup, it was the Eagles O-line versus the Cowboys D-line. And just kind of every matchup within that game. Like, there's so many big names at every position group. But I would say neither side really dominated. Eagles got the dub, though. But Micah Parsons did have himself a game. He had a sack and a half, 3 QB hits, and he had like 9 tackles. I mean,
yeah,
he was lining up all over the D-line, and he was kind of causing havoc.
Yeah, I would agree with your take on that one for sure.
Mm.
Was that one of our games of the week? Let's lead into that.
Yeah, that was my game of the week as well. And I mean, the Eagles, like we said, it wasn't neither side really dominated. The Cowboys actually had over 100 more total yards and 7 more first downs, but
couldn't get in the end zone.
They couldn't get in the end zone, but they had 1 more turnover than the Eagles. They had 1 turnover, the Eagles had 0. And when it's a close game like that, such a close game, and like the possession time was almost equal, that 1 turnover, I think, is just kind of it's what puts them over the hump. But dude, Dak played his ass off.
Yeah, I gotta shout out Dak on his playing effort.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, that 1 turnover is huge. When you're playing arguably the best team in the NFL,
yeah,
turnovers are gonna kill you.
In a close game like that, yeah, for sure. But I mean, dude, we can't talk about this game and skip over the fact that CD and Dak are heating up. They're finally using CD, right, like a number 1 receiver and getting him his targets.
I love it because now I have two true wide receiver ones on my fantasy team.
Dude, yeah, he had what 11 catches for like 190 yards or something like that. He
Yeah,
had
something stupid.
yeah, a big game, and I mean that duo is heating up right now.
He got me 28.1 points on 11 receptions, 191 yards.
That's
Bro
what I
went
said.
And Adam Thielen didn't have the best week.
No one cares about your fantasy.
But
team.
man, my fantasy wide receivers are nice.
Nobody cares.
And dude, okay, let me talk about my fantasy real quick. Okay, I know I didn't have the best week, but imagine if so I have Adam Thielen and CeeDee Lamb heating up, right? And then my running backs before Nick Chubb got hurt was CMC and Nick Chubb. I would have been like unstoppable. Stamp the championship belt over to
You
me.
scored 82 points this week. You won by 0.5 points, and the other guy didn't have a tight end.
Hey,
I'm
guess
calling
what?
you out.
Guess what? A win's a win. What'd you do this past week? You lost. I don't care what you put up because when you put up points, you got to put up more than your opponent,
Yeah,
not just some other people in the league.
that's true. That's a good point.
It was strategy. I was just trying to make it close and have Jose into it, you know?
Oh, yeah, Jose's been struggling.
All right, out of fantasy.
You're just being a good friend.
Yeah, out of fantasy. Dolphins, Chiefs were one of my games. We talked about this earlier due to the matchup. Honestly, my take on this game is kind of how it played out. Chiefs got the lead early, really early, 21-0, I think, right? And then Dolphins came back out of halftime, put up 14 points in the third quarter, but that Chiefs defense really buckled down and didn't let anything else after that. So it stayed 21-14.
Yeah.
And their defense proved to be too much in that fourth quarter.
That defense is just, it's crazy. It's something else this year. And Mahomes needs to be thankful because they're saving them some games.
They honestly could be, like, if you think about it, if their defense was anything like the previous years, they probably have 4 more losses on this season than what they already have.
I'm curious how many games they won that are, like, pretty close.
Yeah, but it is a team sport, so I guess one's got to pick up the other, you know?
For sure.
Your last game?
My last game is the Seahawks at Baltimore Ravens. Slaughter. It was a slaughter. Baltimore just dominated. Their defense, another defense, probably 1-2 right now. As of right now. Now, next week, we might have to do another top 5 defense because we're going to see a new and improved Niners defense. But anyway.
Yes, sir.
That Baltimore defense is just plain insane, dude. They had like 4 sacks, I want to say, like 7 pass breakups. They got this corner. I never found out what year he is. Geno Stone, who's leading the NFL right now in interceptions with 6 interceptions.
Hey, Stone, my bad. I did not know your name before we did these show notes. You're putting your name on blast this year, you know, and all good reason.
Yeah.
The fact that you're leading receptions is insane.
Interceptions.
Or interceptions.
Yeah, and he has 2 more than the next guy. So, he's balling right now, but that whole defense is just playing nuts. And tough loss for the Seahawks, but they're still a tough team. And the Ravens are just,
they're playing really good right now.
Yeah, they're playing really good football.
I got one more game.
Oh, you got another game?
Yeah, because I haven't said my second one. Bills Bengals. Honestly, I was telling you this before the show while I was writing it down. Even though the score was 24-18, I truly believe Cincinnati just controlled this game. The Bills seem to be struggling. Like, I don't think they're clicking enough. That connection between Allen and Diggs it's there, but it's not on fire, you know? And the Bengals just are way too hot right now where if you're not 100%, you ain't going to beat the Bengals at this moment in time.
Yeah, Bengals are hot right now, and the Bills are definitely struggling a little bit.
Out of the playoff reach. Or playoff race.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. That AFC North right now. The entire
Pittsburgh,
division.
Cleveland, you got the Ravens, and who am I forgetting right now? Oh, the Browns.
Browns, yeah.
They're all playoff teams right now.
Yeah.
Insane.
Oh, I think you said Cleveland. Maybe you didn't say the Bengals.
Oh,
one of them, though. But, dude, yeah, they're insane. The Steelers' defense is, like, they have to be saving the Steelers right now because their offense is just
so terrible.
Yeah, it's not it.
Are you ready for favorite?
Yeah, our
Combo?
favorite. It's back to our favorite segment.
Yeah.
Our favorite segment again.
I like that one guy that said the 49ers aren't losing after their bye week the rest of the way out. Hey, I'm right there with you, man. Bye week is over. Putting my mic down real quick. Clap it up. Debo, welcome back.
Hell
Trent
yeah.
Williams, welcome back. All our guys coming off IR that are going to get reinstated, welcome the fuck back.
And Chase Young, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome
To
home.
the show, baby.
Welcome home, baby.
Oh, my. And I just got to keep going. Chase Young, we said welcome. Nick Bosa, first day of practice out on the field, welcoming him back with Ohio State gloves. He was repping them.
Oh, yeah.
It's like old times. Those two are going to gel so much. Man, I'm so excited to be done with this bye week and getting into it on Sunday, bright and early.
Yes, sir. I know. I love that. Get it out the way. Let's just get it out the
Got to
way.
start fast. Defense has to fly around.
Mhm.
What else do you see that the 49ers have to do? Who's going to go off this game? Who needs to have a big game?
I mean, like you said, like we were talking about earlier, we got to start fast and we got to play from ahead. And let's just play comfortable. Let us pound the rock and have a day. But I think we're going to do a little more than just pound the rock this week. I
was hoping you were going to say that.
high hopes for this week. I got Brock Purdy as a huge comeback game. People are talking a lot. He's thrown all his picks in the past 3 games, the past 3 losses, 3-game losing streak. And I think he has a 300-yard, 3 touchdown, maybe 1 rushing touchdown in there too.
Ooh,
Just a
okay.
big day.
So, with you saying him having a big day, I paired him up with Deebo Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming off 3 or 4 weeks rest now. 4, right? No, 3. 2 games and a bye, or 3 games and a bye.
I don't know.
So 4 weeks, whatever. He's gonna go off. He's gonna put the league on notice and remind them why we're the best team in the NFL. Notice we didn't have them in our top. We didn't have them as number 1 on our list just because they're a little skid. But once Debo's back, that whole team's different. With Trent Williams back, that whole team's different because the vibes are way better. And you got them rocking out before the game. I don't care if another team fucking brings a boombox out. That's our thing. And Deebo Samuel and Trent Williams in gear in the front of that this week. Oh, I can't wait for 9:55-ish when they're walking out of that tunnel. Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I'm hyped. And I think, with Ayuk's going to have a big game for sure, but 300 yards, he's going to have to, spread the love a little bit, and that could open up for someone else to have a big game, maybe a few guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I got Ayuk and Debo both having a day and just completely forcing themselves into the top duo conversation, the top wide receiving duo. I know it's Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, it's A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
But Deebo Samuel and Ayuk are going to be up there.
Yeah, don't sleep on them. They're going to just completely force themselves into it and just, like you said, they're going to remind them we're the best team in the NFL. They're going to remind them that this is a duo to look out for sure.
Yep. And it's going to be a new duo on the other side. It's Chase Young and Nick Bosa. I got them both finishing the day with 1.5 sacks. 1 sack each. And that half sack, they're just going to combine on Trevor Lawrence, sandwich him, take him to the ground softly so there's no roughing the passer. But that's going to be a nice duo to watch. And not to talk about Mr. Fred Warner right behind them, going to be able to eat because there's going to be no D-line coming up, or offensive line to come up to block him. Guess who's going to make that tackle now? Yeah. Fred motherfucking Warner.
Exactly. So speaking of the duos, we got the Ayuk and Debo duo going off. We got the Chase Young and Bosa duo going off. I think all of our duos are about to have a day, and Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw are both going to have a turnover on Sunday. Each with their own turnover, whether it's a pick, a forced fumble, whatever it is. Greenlaw's coming for heads. His might be a forced fumble. Warner is a DB playing linebacker, and he loves to punch it out, so it could come however he wants.
Yeah, Dre Greenlaw is going to be the healthiest he's been all season, having that 2 weeks to rest.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be ready.
Yeah, dude, and all of our duos, it's going to be a big day for all of our duos, for sure.
Yes, sir. Oh, can it be 10 a.m. already on Sunday, baby?
I'm hyped.
I want to leave it at that. Go off about our duos. let's look ahead to the rest of the week of the NFL. We got some dogs, we got some matchups, we got some games we got to pick. Thank you guys for still listening to this, y'all. Some real ones. I just want to let y'all know, and I want to say this so I could clip it because I just can't just make a video. But thank you guys so much. Right now on Spotify, we have been searched over 5,000 times
I know.
in the past 30 days, and we're getting great listening results. So I don't know the exact numbers, but the fact that we've been searched 5,000 times, I want to say thank you to everyone that's been listening and to our faithful for sure for listening and our family and friends.
Oh yeah.
It means a lot. But let's get into our dog matchup and games for this week 10 of the NFL. Who you got for your dog? Because the first pick
Are you
is usually
sure?
the one that hits.
You know what? I'm gonna
No,
let
I
you
want
go.
you to have a streak.
Oh,
You have
I got
two.
it either way.
Okay.
Let me not
Mr.
be
Confident.
cocky.
No,
Let me
no,
not
no,
be
no,
cocky.
no, no, no.
Let me not be cocky.
Justin Herbert's my dog of the week. He's gonna beat the hell out of the Detroit Lions in LA. Justin Herbert, you got that dog stamped.
Oh, that's gonna come back to bite me in the ass.
Because
I already
you know who your dog is? It's in the same game. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know what? Nah, I'm not even worried about it. I'm confident in this one.
I can't wait to
Jahmyr
clip this,
Gibbs
guys.
coming off a big game. I mean, finally they were using him and giving him the right usage, and he showed what he's capable of. And I think they were talking. It's going to be running back by committee. Whoever has like you said, the hot hand. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have the hot hand, and he's going to take over that running back room this week.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna pause on our matchup. Let's just go to our game one of the week since we're here. Lions Chargers. Both of our dogs coming from this game. Both on the offensive side. This is in LA. Who do you got winning and why?
You know who I got winning. I think you got them. Actually, I don't know who you got. I got the Lions winning this one. It's not like, it's a real home game. It's
LA.
It's LA, and it's the Chargers in LA. It's not even the Rams in LA.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a crazy home game, but the Lions they've proved to be better in pretty much every aspect. And I mean, the Chargers got some DBs over there, and they have Asante Samuel, but Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, who they said they're not going to be afraid to use him and take off the top with him too. So I think they just have a lot of weapons, and the Chargers aren't going to be able to handle it. That defense, we've talked about them before. They have all the names, but they just haven't been known to get it done.
Yeah, that's crazy. Their head coach is a defensive guy too.
Yeah.
But I'm going opposite of you.
Really? I
love the Lions.
I had a feeling.
I love the Lions. Don't get me wrong. We've been big Lions supporters, but you gotta have a fuck game, like a shitty game, and I think this is gonna be their week. And to more just push my dog of the week, my fantasy quarterback, Justin Herbert's gonna go off, and it's gonna be a little too much for the Lions. I'm not saying they're gonna look out of sorts in a sense, but it's gonna be like, okay, we'll reset next week type deal. It's gonna be their off week, and
so it's gonna be close. Chargers gonna pull away,
Probably like a 28-14 game, 28-17. Little double point digit win.
Interesting.
All right, let's go back to our matchups because they're pretty fiat this week. Your matchup, go ahead.
My matchup, it's one that I don't think there wasn't too many that I was really looking at this week, but I don't think everyone was looking at this one. Marshawn Lattimore, who's been playing out of his mind this season. I mean, that whole Saints defense they've been really good for the past few years, but they're playing very well this season. And Marshawn Lattimore versus Jordan Addison is going to be a great matchup.
Bro.
Joshua Dobbs with this, he's going to have a full week of practice and everything, and
actually get some snaps with his own line, not just in pregame.
And so
which is insane.
I'm more excited just to see Jordan Addison, the USC guy, and with a real tough matchup. I mean, he's obviously played some good corners already. He played the Niners, played some good defenses.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Marshawn Lattimore is an elite corner. He's up there, top 3, top 5. And I'm just curious to see how Jordan Addison pairs up with the elite guys.
I honestly love that matchup. Kind of I know it gives me more of a reason to look at that game.
I know. I was trying to find any way to look at some of these games because it's not the best matchups.
It's not the best slate this week for sure.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at the rest of the slate, go ahead, fill out our pick'em sheet. Josh is handling it now. I did my 9 weeks.
So good luck on getting updates, guys.
He's got the last 8.
I'll let you know who wins.
My matchup's pretty nice too. Devontae Adams, Sauce Gardner.
Oh yeah, great matchup.
This matchup, honestly, it's a little more, I think, mental. You got Aaron Rodgers, old best friend. Not saying that they're not cool, but his old best teammate.
Well, there's also rumors. I don't know. Is it confirmed?
They were trying to trade for them.
Yeah, is that
confirmed?
confirmed?
That was confirmed. That was reported by the high ups. But you have Devontae Adams, who is Aaron Rodgers' homie, and now you have Sauce Gardner, who's Aaron Rodgers' homie, and it's gonna be like, all right, who wants to impress Rodgers more, type deal
for sure.
And they're two greats, so I think this matchup is gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that matchup. I remember, when Devontae Adams went against Pat Surtain, another young guy, and he beat him in the matchup, and he said he's not ready. So I'm interested to see. I like seeing, he's not old at all, but he's the vet, and I mean, we'll see how Aiden O'Connell pairs up and gets him the ball too.
Can I predict something wild that I think is gonna happen?
Yeah.
Adams gonna catch a touchdown pass over Sauce, right? He's gonna either break him hard or just over the top, and he's gonna fake his handshake that he does with Rodgers, and he's going. I don't know why. I just see that happening, just on the spot. I want to say it and have it clipped right here. So when it does happen, I'm just gonna replay the clip.
You're smoking on that sauce pack.
Yeah. All right. That's our matchups, our dogs. That was our first game. We both each have one more game. I got Ravens Browns as one of my games of the week. Why? Because they're both a playoff team. Mm-hmm. They're division rivals. 2 great defenses, 1 great offense. Will this be the week Lamar Jackson's finally stopped? Mm-hmm. Hasn't happened really yet. Like, I know they have a couple losses, but it's gonna be his biggest test.
They already played each other, right? I think they did, and I'm pretty sure you chose the Bengals and I chose the Ravens, and I'm pretty sure the Ravens kind of dominated.
Maybe.
And I'm pretty sure I also said the Ravens are going to sweep. And I think they're going to, they call him Joe Cool. Joe's going to get cooled off this week.
No. Ravens are playing the Browns.
Oh, Ravens are playing the Browns?
Yeah. And they have played each other before this year. And it was 28-3 Ravens.
Oh, yeah.
And that was in Cleveland. I don't know. The Browns defense seems like they're a lot better. So, is it his test? I don't think so. I think the Ravens win this game. But it's just a good game to look at. Yeah, what's your other game?
My other game is going to be Houston at... Oh, yeah. I got Houston at Cincinnati. The Bengals aren't playing the Ravens. Are my other game of the week. Houston at Cincinnati. We all know what C.J. Stroud is capable of now. Obviously, he's putting the world on notice.
Yeah.
But I don't think people realize, what else they got cooking over there. And I think people are thinking they're not doubting that C.J. Stroud might have a good game, but I don't think they're thinking it's going to be close. I think D'Amico is cooking something up, and he's got that defensive mind, and they have a lot of young guys over there. I think it's going to be a close game, a lot closer than people think. It's going to be a shootout, but I think Cincinnati pulls it out. Just the experience. Joe Burrow is, on fire right now. But I think it's going to be closer than people might think. I wonder, I want to see what the over-under is and everything, the spread.
Yeah, I agree. The Bengals are going to win that game. But C.J. Stroud and D'Amico Ryans, they're not going to get blown out, for sure.
No, they're a nasty pair. And, D'Amico got his guy on offense, and they got some guys on defense, too. Will Anderson is in the race for Defensive Rookie of the Year, too.
Yeah, and to pull up that spread for you, ESPN says Bengals have a 65% chance of winning that, but the spread on it is 7 points, a whole touchdown, and 48.5 is the over-under. I mean, yeah, can I see them winning by a touchdown? Yes. But I don't see them winning by 2.
But that's like a big spread to have, like as the line, like the money
Yeah.
line. That's a big spread for the NFL. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna
the
surprise
Bengals
people.
are stupid hot though right now.
They are, yeah. CJ Stroud's hot too.
Yeah. I think that concludes our NFL for the week. 10 a.m. Please come soon. Please come fast. Sunday, we can't wait. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Yo. Pause.
What?
Nothing, bro. Keep going.
What?
You said, please come soon. Please come fast.
Oh, that's going to get clipped so bad.
Oh, shit. By who? By you?
Not by you.
Oh.
Or someone's going to record it off.
Maybe that will motivate me to make a clip, finally. All right. Let's get out of that. Let's get out of the NFL. Get into a little bit of basketball. How are the Warriors doing right now?
The Warriors, it's in-season tournament time. We're 2-1 right now.
No, is that though? Because I've only seen that one day the games say in-season like group play or tournament group play, whatever. I never see the game saying.
Honestly, it's so weird because it's just so new.
Like Damian Lillard said, no one knows what's going on. It feels like they're playing for something, but no one knows what's going on.
Yeah, honestly, we started off the first game, we won. Then we lost to Cleveland, and then we beat Detroit. So if it's all the tournament play, we're 2-1 right now. I don't know. It's so new, and I don't know what's going on.
I have no idea how that works. I want to figure it out though eventually.
Eventually.
But I mean, dude, let's talk about my Lakers a little bit. Unless you have anything more to say.
I mean, I just wanted to say that the Warriors are 6-2 on the season.
Damn.
Starting off hot. That one year when we were fighting against the best record ever. A similar start. I mean, let's repeat history and then go win the shit.
Did you guys have KD when it was that record or what? Or no? Did you not?
It was the year before KD.
Are you sure? 70 wins?
No, it was the year with KD.
I feel like it was with KD. Maybe not though. But
Lakers, go ahead.
Lakers, yeah. They signed some of the shooters, they got all these guys, and they're just still they're not hitting their shots, especially not late in the game when they need it. And I don't know how many shots. It was like 4 threes in a row that we missed like in the last minute of the game when we were down by like 1 point. We were balling, we were down by like 7 or 8 points, maybe 10 points, like in the fourth quarter with just like 3 minutes left. And our defense just started playing very well, and our offense was moving. LeBron was getting to the cup, and I don't know what happened. Once we got down by 1 point, we just kept taking threes.
You only needed 2.
Yeah, we just kept taking threes and missing threes. Everyone was taking threes and missing them, and ultimately, I think at that last second shot when LeBron is 1-on-1 with Jimmy Butler, obviously it's a 2-on-1 with another guy in the paint, bam. But he's staying in the paint, I think LeBron, just like he did maybe 2 minutes before that, he bumps into him, gets that leverage, and fades away for a nice, easy mid-range shot. And that's what he does. And I don't know, I feel like Kobe would have done. So I don't know. I feel like he needs to take some of those shots. I know he's getting older and he's always been a pass-first guy. But in that situation, I just think one-on-one, dude, he was one-on-one. No one else was coming unless he was going to the rack.
Yeah.
They were letting him take the shot. I think you take that fucking shot.
Well, you were doing that little spiel of awesomeness right there. I was looking at our schedules, and that in-season tournament's so weird. So on Friday, 11/3, the Warriors had their first in-season tournament game. Tournament, you think it's back-to-back-to-back. That's tournament to me. Our next in-season tournament is not till 11/14. And then after that, it's not till 11/24 and 11/28. That is the weirdest tournament. I still don't understand it after looking at that. So, I don't know.
I don't
know how I feel about it yet.
I'm not going to try and figure it out. Maybe if I just hear it on TV or something. I'm very confused.
Hopefully Shaq and...
Maybe right now it's just kind of like pool play or whatever, where they're trying to get
It's definitely pool play, but...
And then eventually, once the actual tournament starts, then...
It'll go back-to-back?
Yeah, I think it'll have to be like that because I don't even think they have the courts right now or like the jerseys. Do they? Maybe for the group play games.
They have them for the group play games because they have the courts and the jerseys.
Hmm.
I don't know. So weird.
But no, I don't think they have them for all the other games. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying, man.
All right. Let's keep sliding out of the NFL. Um, UFC.
Tell me all about this upcoming.
All right, this UFC card, guys. So I don't know if you know this, but I am a huge UFC fan. Okay, anything question wise, you know, you got me. Just not in person, always over the phone, because then I could search it up.
Look up stats.
But you know what? One thing I am confident. It's UFC 295 week, November 11th. Let's go.
Hell yeah! I mean, we got
Run it through. Run. I don't know what I was trying to say. Let's run through these fights. You're the UFC guy, so I'll let you take the lead, and I'll be the commentary guy. I'll let you know who I got winning.
I mean, we got 2 title fights, so that's good right there. I know we had Jones versus Stipe, who the expert Trent said Stipe would have gave him a good fight, like he knew it was just a good.
But
thing
Jones
to
would
say.
have won. Guess we'll never know.
Which, of course, Stipe. I mean, yeah, he is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, heavyweight MMA fighter of all time. But Jones is the GOAT, pound for pound. I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But that fight's not happening. Jones might be out for a while. And so we got Sergey Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall replacing them.
Mm-hmm.
This is, another fireworks fight. I mean, heavyweight, you got to watch these. They're always must watch. They usually don't go the distance. And there's usually some big shots thrown and big shots landed. And, I mean, Pavlovich is just an animal. I got him winning this one. He's been an animal. He's so fast and so strong, and I just think he's going to be too much. And it's going to be interesting to see if I think John Jones will probably have to fight him, and then Stipe, or I don't know how that's going to work, but
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting for sure to see how that plays out after this fight.
I got Tom Aspinall in round 2 knockout, and then he'll fight John Jones when he recovers, probably February, March. Just how I see it.
February. March.
No, it's probably going to be later.
Yeah.
The surgery he's having is actually kind of extensive, so maybe June next year?
Maybe. I don't know exactly timelines, but
Yeah.
it's going to be a little while, and I'm really curious to see like what happens after that, what they do with Stipe, because Stipe has been out for a while too, but I think he kind of only wanted to come back for John Jones. I think he was kind of, chilling. He's already
accomplished so much.
He's already cemented himself. So
other title fight?
The other title fight is going to be Yuri Prochazka. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm saying that wrong. I told you that's how you say it, but if not,
right. Sound right.
Yeah, I'm not positive. Versus Alex Pereira, Adesanya's fucking arch nemesis.
And that's how I know him.
Yeah, and who do you got in this fight?
Since you're my arch nemesis, I got Alex Pereira for sure in this one.
All right. I mean, it's tough to pick against like just that nuclear weapon of like the right hand or left hand, whatever it is for him, that he just, it's probably either one, that he just has stone hands and he can knock people out at any moment. And like we've seen when Adesanya, the first time he lost to him in the UFC, he was winning pretty much every round of that fight, and then the 5th round just gets knocked out by that punch.
Guy has some heavy hands.
You got to fear that one nuclear weapon that Pereira has. But Yuri, I'm taking Yuri in this one. He's just a complete fighter. And, he took some time off because he had, I don't know, I forget what exactly, what kind of injury he had, but he took a long time off. He was the champ, but he had to vacate the belt.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jamal Hill got it, and he had to vacate the belt as well. So I don't know what exactly has been going on, but that light heavyweight division is crazy. But Yuri is just, he's just a next level fighter. He has so many like strengths and not a lot of weaknesses, and I think he's just more complete than Alex Pereira, who's a strong kickboxer. But
so we have exact opposite picks on this main card right here.
Yeah.
So $5?
$10? 5 for each fight?
All right.
Is it just 5 for each fight? Yeah.
Yeah.
I say you have to do it. Yeah.
5 for each fight.
All right, cool.
All right, cool.
Easy money.
Thank you all for
No, that's
listening.
not easy money. Like we said, Alex Pereira got that nuclear weapon.
Nah,
And,
for sure.
And then the heavyweight. I mean, there's 2 nuclear weapons going. It's like 2 nuclear bombs. Just
It's gonna be a good one.
yeah,
For sure.
For sure.
All right. Thank you all for listening. This is the Cat and Lou Show. And deuces.
Deuces.